Up at NTN and Trap News Network, back the same. Like, you're cracking the same, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for more of this good content we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Good news you can use. Good knowledge, though. You can't get nobody's college, though. Big dog, tap in with the tap in to make sure you're in fact tapped in with that good tap in with everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. We tapping in with that tap in. You feel me? Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all get into that. Make sure you hit that like, comment, subscribe button, notification bell. Hit all taps in for the latest and the greatest. Fairy tales out now. You know what? Just go Rich Trapper. Search me on Instagram, YouTube. So I'm on all the things. I actually want to just go ahead and just tap in with this story real quick. I have to get some things done this morning that don't got nothing to do with y'all because that's my business, not yours. So we finna go ahead and just slide over to Paperboy News because he's going to give us that morning report. For those of y'all who don't know, it is 9:50 in the morning in Atlanta, 6:50 in the morning in LA. You on your way to work, you on your way to do your big one, doing your due diligence, man. Make sure you show some love to this good content and this good news you can use. And real quick, one more time, man. I want to give big love to the homie Zoe and all the dudes in the Walk Hill prison out there in, I believe they're in New York, but he from Coney Island, Brooklyn. Shout out to his homie Zoe. He out there in Walk Hill doing his due diligence. Man, I just thought about it. Bro's walking down a dub. He said he had already been in there for 22. So big shout out to bro, if I understood him correctly. Big shout out to bro. Keep your head up. Shout out to everybody out there in Walk Hill, man. Y'all enjoy this Rich Trapper Network. This news you can use is knowledgeito. You ain't finna get nobody's collegeito, man. Free all them dudes in there. But again, I want to give big love, big shout out to the homie Zoe out there in Walk Hill from Coney Island, Brooklyn. Keep your head up, bro. Chin up, chest out. You already know the deal. Do that time. Don't let that time do you. Let's get into this Paperboy News. Insane Crips crash out on T-Rail. Let's go.
Paperboy News here to deliver y'all that daily report. Now, Mr. Viral from Viral Way Podcast.
And then big shout out to T-Rail. Big shout out to the Viral Way Podcast. Before we get into this, I might kill the whole video for you because I want to say since this video has come out, they have since squashed whatever little teeny weeny, shrivel, little short, don't want problem that they got. It's nothing that serious, big dog. So shout out to the Viral Way Podcast and shout out to Back on Figg.
Address this fallout with T-Rail from Back on Figg, so let's get straight into it. Now, Mr. Viral's from Insane Crip, and T-Rail's from Fadu's Hoover Crip. And if you from Los Angeles, then you already know that the Hoovers and the Insane Crips formed an alliance, even pushing the Hussein movement.
Okay, so I was seeing who's going to bring that up. He did. Those hoods is based to unified neighborhoods, no pun intended. It's really easy for these two dudes to mediate any kind of problem or issue that they may or may not be having.
Back on one of T-Rail's Back on Figg episodes, you seen DW Flames as well as Mr. Viral and the Insane Crips on that platform, and they were all chopping it up, having a good old time. But one thing about time, things change, and I guess they had a fallout, and Mr. Viral himself explained the reason why. Now, Mr. Viral said, if you follow my channel, then you know I did a segment on Doechii. And he said T-Rail did a reaction to that video, and he doesn't know what was running through his mind, but he basically tried to say that I don't like people that are LGBTQ or even want to be around them. And he said the reason why he didn't like what T-Rail said was, for one, he ain't got no issues with people from that community, so he basically lied on my name. Then you try to bring problems between us and that community, and we don't even have no issues with them. Now, Mr. Viral said when he came to No Jumper, it wasn't because of T-Rail, it was because of Brick Baby. They were supposed to go up there, chop it up, and then their beef. But unfortunately, Brick Baby already got swept by the feds. Now, Mr. Viral said one thing about him is he don't care if two people are beefing, especially if it's fake internet beef, and one of those people is supposed to be his homie. If that other person that he's arguing with is offering me a bag to go on this platform and basically talk my ish, I'm gonna do that, because ain't nobody gonna separate me from money to provide for my kids. Now, Mr. Viral said, let's be honest, the only reason people know T-Rail is because of No Jumper. And he said, isn't it ironic how T-Rail left No Jumper and now he's talking bad about the person that put him on? And he said, besides Tyga, who else would have ever knew T-Rail had he not been on No Jumper? Now,
but here's the thing, though. Like, when people say, well, if it wasn't for this, nobody would know you. It wasn't for that, nobody would know you. Very few of us are, like Rich Trapper over here at TNN Trap News Network, self-made. You feel me? Just saying. Just saying. But everybody's self-made their own way, because all jokes aside, I'm just look, everybody don't get all mad. Don't get your panties in a tiff. Just joking. Just joking. Everybody's self-made their own way, because you have to put yourself in a position to get put into these rooms, into these situations. And something you've done in your life has allowed you to be put into these rooms and these situations. So, you know, it ain't nothing wrong with having preparation, with being prepared for opportunity. That's what success is. Where opportunity meets preparation. You feel me? That's what it is. You feel me? So if you prepare for the opportunity, it's what's supposed to happen. You know, so I don't subscribe to the concept of, oh, well, you only here because of this. It wasn't for that, blah, blah. Now, unless your daddy gave you the job, and you know what I'm saying, as they say in the Pop Warner football community, you out here playing daddy ball, meaning you only get to be on the field because your daddy's a coach. That's a whole different story. But, you know, we're going to get into that.
Mr. Viral said whether T-Rail likes it or not, Adam 22 is basically the one that gave birth to Back on Figg. Because had T-Rail not been on no jumper, he wouldn't have any followers or subscribers to go to that channel. Now, Mr. Viral said, unlike T-Rail, we had to build our channel from the ground up. And we had to figure things out on our own because nobody was there to help us.
I ain't gonna lie, it do hit a little bit different when you build your shit on your own. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just gonna say, I ain't gonna lie, a little bit different. I ain't gonna lie.
But he said T-Rail not only was on a big ass platform.
But you gotta remember this too, though. Before T-Rail was on Back on Figg, that nigga had, how I found out about T-Rail in recent years, I already knew who he was in different aspects, but we're not gonna get into all that because that's not appropriate for the camera. Because here at TNN Trap News Network, we don't associate with Crip niggas, blood niggas, essays, Asians, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, white boys, Jamaicans, Latin King, disciples, vice lord, Haitians, Pyrus, Hoovers, Tornadoes, or anything else in between. T-Rail had a really successful YouTube career prior to this with Heather. I used to mess with this little nothing ass female, and she used to watch T-Rail and Heather, and that's actually how I got put on Heather's clothing brand, Girls Tour, and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so Rella and all that kind of stuff is how, you know, so whatever. So they actually had some things going on with YouTube prior to this. Just throwing that out there. You know what I'm saying? Heather had a pretty good following. You know what I'm saying? Heather and the T-Rail, they podcast, or I don't know if they were an online couple, because I only ever caught it a couple times. So I'm not sure if they were on a podcast or they're like an online couple, but I know Heather and T-Rail was doing something together, and that Sorella stuff was selling because this bitch had a hella Sorella in her fucking closet. That's what I know.
Like no jumper.
Hella Girls Tour in her closet.
But he also had Tiger with him. Now, Mr. Viral said, let me tell you how emotional T-Rail is. He left No Jumper 3 years ago, and he still got Adam's name in his mouth. And he said, if you look at T-Rail's channel, all he does is talk about Adam 22 and No Jumper. Now, Mr. Viral said, unlike T-Rail, on our platform, we talk about many things. But he said T-Rail, on the other hand, is obsessed with Adam 22. And he said, if Adam 22 decide to call it quits today, what would your videos be about? Now, Mr. Viral said the reason why he calls T-Rail zesty is because any real ninja that got beef with somebody is not gonna let his girl get involved in it. But he somehow always lets Heather get her 2 cents in to speak bad about the people he beef with. Now, Mr. Viral said as far as Smacc go, he need to cut it out because he's just basically the person that everybody feels bad for because he's the slow kid. And Mr. Viral said, let me tell you how slow Smacc is. If a lady get birth right now to a newborn baby, that baby and Smack's gonna have the same IQ. Now, Mr. Viral said the only thing Smack's...
Goodness freaking gracious, man. This is a lot. This is a lot. I purposely didn't look into this beef. I purposely didn't cover this beef. I purposely stayed away from this beef because, goodness gracious, this has gotten... Sheesh.
Good for is making himself look stupid online.
Like, all jokes aside, even in my personal life, I never looked at this. Like, I've been seeing these videos and all this kind of stuff, but I just never wanted to really get into, you know what I'm saying? Sheesh.
And playing with his nose. And he said even though Smack's brain's the size of a peanut, if it weren't for Smacc, there'd be no Back on Figg either. Now, Mr. Viral said it's funny how T-Rail be trying to put all of these allegations on Adam 22 when he's acting the same way he did when he first met you as he is now. And he said he finds it funny how when you was working at No Jumper, you didn't have any problems with the way Adam 22 was acting, but then as soon as he let you go, now all of a sudden he's a weirdo. Now, Mr. Viral said T-Rail in the Back on Figg platform's dying. And at his last chance at hope, he's trying to beef it with Adam 22, hoping that they go back and forth so he can revive his channel again. Now, Mr. Viral said the problem that T-Rail has is he doesn't realize that Adam 22 is the reason he's known. He thinks he did it on his own. And he said even when they left No Jumper, if you look at T-Rail's face, he looked like he was about to cry. Now, Mr. Viral had a lot to say about T-Rail, Heather, as well as Smacc. And now that you guys heard it, y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in that comment section. Paperboy Newsstand. Y'all be safe and stay dangerous out there. Down.
Big shout out to Paperboy Newsstand. We up out here to the next one, man. Y'all know the deal. Red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest, and it's free. Avenue Angel 2, he's free.